Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Juggernaut, and as you can probably tell by the title of this video, this is going to be a bit unusual compared to the regular stuff I do. I say regular within the last few weeks, though. Throwing shade at myself aside, this is Warthunder, and, well, I'm back in Warthunder, as I'm probably going to title this video. What's it all about? Well, about a year and a half ago, I stopped playing War Thunder. I just sort of lost interest, moved on to other things, and now with with the all the controversy behind World of Tanks that's going on and all that entire drama situation, I decided to give this game another go and see how different it is and how it evolved and progressed and so on and so forth. And well, I'm pleased to say I like it thus far. Also pleased to say I am probably the best tank driver in the world. Well, at least according to the last 10 games I had. I'm either the first or the second on my team with a plethora of kills, shall we say. Although you wouldn't be able to tell by my target prioritizing right there. I should have shot at the BT5 first and then the other 3 tanks in front of me. God, this would have won us the game in the first few minutes, but at any rate, I make up for it in the next tank, the mighty Tetract. But at any rate, so what's the game like in my limited experience thus far, and would I recommend people getting back into it, and why I went back into it, and so on, is basically there's a discussion that's going to follow, along with some, dare I say, top-notch quality gameplay. So, I mean, if you're not really interested in what I have to say about the game, fine, but just stick around for the gameplay because it is truly mesmerizingly skillful. You know, for lower tiers at least. I'm sure that I'm me playing the tier that I am, I shouldn't expect a lot of high-level opponents, which I'm not, don't get me wrong, but still I think I did fairly well. This is a great gun, by the way, that Tetract has for its... well, for the battle rating that it has. At any rate, this is not a tank review. What do I think of the game? Well, the problems that it had a year and a half ago still linger on in one form or another, to a lesser extent, of course, but they're still present. Namely, I'm not a fan of the grinding system that lets you literally skip the entire grind for everything if you pay real-life money. I'm not a fan of that. I know it's a free-to-play game, I need to make money somehow, but in my modest opinion, and this is going to get me flailed alive on the internet, I think Wargaming's economy system, in terms of gold, or it's Eagles, for some bizarre reason, I never really understood the entire Eagles thing, just quite gold. At any rate, their premium currency, shall we say, Wargaming's premium currency is better, in my modest opinion. There's going to catch me flack again. But there you can buy power, yes, and here you can buy power as well. Don't act like you can't. So they're fairly similar systems, but I prefer the one that Wargaming has implemented to this one, where you just flat out skip grinding through weaker tanks than their true potential is, simply by paying real-life money. That was a weird shot. It's like the fog. You can't see anything behind it, but I know they're there, so... My teammates seem to be content not shooting at the fog, but that's bullshit. You should continue shooting. That, I believe, was a fuel tank that I just ruptured. Yep, that was a fuel tank, and this should be enough to kill the tank, right? It's like multiple vehicles over there. Oh, this was a glorious engagement. But besides the point, what do I think about the balancing? Well, see, the battle rating system is something that I still don't disagree with, and to the extent that Jingles disagrees with it as well, I pretty much disagree with it for the same reason. I don't think the formula's very good. Does it provide for an interesting game? Yeah. It doesn't. It's not perfect, though, and I'm not looking for it to be perfect, but it's not really that great either. With the new, with new vehicles and stuff being introduced all the time, stuff like that, you sort of just go through it, you sort of accept it and move on kind of situation. I'm not a huge fan of the matchmaker, but I guess in these types of games nobody is. So yeah, in this particular instance, I need to explain what I did with this aircraft. I forgot I had rockets, yeah? So I kept smashing the spacebar, hoping rockets will start flying, and I forgot it's a different button, and don't ask. We're back in the thick of it and taking fire. Jesus Christ. Oh god. T-26, bang. Incapacitate probably everything in this tank. No, not yet. And I left the mission. What? No, I didn't. Here I am. Bang. Tracked him. Pretty sure he can't shoot at me because of that rock, so I got him in a real nice position. Killed or injured 2 of his crew. Third one remaining. Let's kill him as well. I think that hit. That didn't hit. It damaged an Amarak. It didn't destroy it. And boom. There we go. So, picked up how many kills thus far? A lot. 4 kills and 3 assists. I'm doing marvellously. Detract. Fantastic tank, by the way. At any rate, not even fully upgraded. None of it is. I love the level of customizability. Yeah, that's... Is that how you say it? I love that I love the fact that you can customize everything to a very large extent. Get around that entire linguistic confusion that I've concocted for myself. Tetract on tetract action. Bang. Get in there. This should not be seen. Right. Children, cover your ears, your eyes even. Yeah, the physics are a bit wonky as well, which certainly it's a hell of an improvement if you take a look at my video 2 years ago on War Thunder, which is a bit hilarious, but yeah, it's an improvement, but it's not that big of an improvement. It still could use work, but it's a fun game ultimately, and I went back into it, and what I found is a fun game ultimately. I keep repeating myself, I know. And I liked it, very much so, in fact, and I'll let you see the post-game results screen as well. Actually, I have another replay right there. Did I play the correct one? I hope I did. Maybe I didn't. Is this the one on... We'll see the map. I think I played the correct one. Yeah, this one. The other one that I saved up for this occasion. It's, So yeah. How about historical accuracy? Well, yeah, it becomes in conflict with the matchmaker, and certainly in arcade battles you don't really look for that, but even in realistic, it comes... It's not really there to that big of an extent. It's not bad. It's kind of like in this middle ground, but I find that with what's going on with wargaming right now and our entire problematic situation with that game, to say the least, it provided for me an excellent alternative. The really, really excellent alternative. It has players on all skill levels. You can fight. It's a great game, and I'm very glad to be back in it. This particular battle, I believe I had the same complement of tanks, this one and the Tetract. So, hey, 2 is all you need apparently. And to the extent that I may have come off earlier that this game is pay to win or anything. No, because you're not directly buying power that can't be acquired otherwise, right? So you can grind for the tanks, but I do have my grapes with it. I do have my not grapes. You don't say grapes, it's a type of fruit. It's I have my problems with the game, right? It's... What's that expression? Grape? G something. Apparently I've forgotten to speak English today. You forget to speak English every day, apparently. Shush you. Criticism in the background, which again, straw man I've constructed. That should have totally busted up a armor thing, ammo thing, but yeah, ammo thing. Good job, mate. So I'll give you this view of the shooting. There we go. All successful hits. I nearly dropped something. Actually, pretty proud of that one. That one killed 2 crew members and incapacitated that guy. That one, I think, went through and hit the other side of the hill thing. Which I'm, again, impressed by the... By the way, I'm familiar with these tanks and know more or less where to hit them in order to do substantial damage and knock out vital aspects of the tank. Basically, just disable the tank and then sort of immobilize it there for a few more extra seconds so I can ensure I get the kill. Although this, no, is it this one? Yeah, I believe that one. That one was my favorite. That was a one-hit kill. I have a few other of those in the next replay, but yeah. The biggest problem I had with the game, though, the absolute biggest one, was you could hit the option. You can go to the options menu, turn everything off, and now you're playing a different game. And now you've engaged cheats, right? Because, especially in realistic, God, in realistic, it was a nightmare. Even in arcade, though. In arcade, right now, if I were to do that, it wouldn't be so bad. It wouldn't be cheating. It would probably give me a bit of an advantage over playing on with everything on Ultra, but it wouldn't be that big of an advantage. It used to be that it just removed pretty much all foliage from the map. And you'd end up, basically, well... Yeah, you can see stuff that nobody else scans, you know, provided they haven't done the same thing you have. It's just... It's like aimbot. It's the equivalent of having aimbot just by disabling a few options in the graphics menu. They've changed that. Now you can't disable all those things, and when you do, it lowers the graphical fidelity of the game, but it doesn't remove all the foliage, and you can still like you can still use cover, and you can still and the enemies can use cover as well on you, if that makes any sense, right? So back in the tech track now. We're gonna get ourselves into combat with this thing. So, ultimately, do I recommend World of Tanks? Yes, World of Tanks is a great game. I play it, but I don't put content of it on the channel because I'm nowhere near good enough to do stuff like reviews and things anymore. But yeah, I do recommend it. Do I recommend War Thunder? Absolutely fucking yes. For all the problems that I have with it and all the little nitpicky details that I mentioned, it's incredibly fun. You can customize a lot of the tanks, which I love. You can customize the but I guess your playstyle a lot as well with you know, in terms of the type of vehicles you take into combat and on an individual battle level and stuff like that. You can also there's a very wide variety of stuff you can do. You can focus on air. You can do SPGs, anti-aircraft guns, stuff like that. Great game, very fun game. I was reluctant at first because of the problems that I knew it had, and admittedly some of them it still does. But I was very reluctant at first, but air combat and ground combat. My ground combat is my favorite by far so far. But yeah, great game. Recommend you pick it up. It's yeah, it's free. You can download it obviously whenever you want and play it. I'm back into it, and I just wanted to just sort of share my experience with getting back into the game and what I think about it, and why I decided to go back into it. Essentially, it's basically because of the entire drama with wargaming, but other than that, I wanted another bloody tank and aircraft game to... Jesus fucking Christ, I just broke something. I broke my fucking birthday present. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, it's not broken. Never mind. Where is it? Looks like dent in it. Guess it's my birthday. What is it? What is today? And by that I mean when I upload this, the 31st. So it was my birthday 2 days ago, and it was all fun and games. And that was actually the day I decided to go back into this particular title, and I do not regret it one bit. So a lot of the problems that I already mentioned have been reduced from a few years ago, right? So they still exist, but they have been sort of it's a little bit different now, and yeah, especially the physics and the moving around. I used to call this game paper tanks, right? Because that's what they were. Even if you drive a Tiger, it feels like you're driving it on very thin, bloody ice, right? Now, this is a Tetract. I expect it to slide around corners and stuff because it's a bloody light tank. But you know, for some of the heavier vehicles, it's far less of a problem than it used to be. And yeah, great game, fun game, recommend it. Graphically, also very impressive game. I realise the irony of saying that with the you know, the entire foliage controversy and all that, but yeah, it's a very fun game. I recommend it. As I said, for like the 50th time. No, guys, you have not paid me to do this video and, you know, shit on World of Tanks while doing it. I'm not actually shitting on the game. I said it's great, and I will continue to play it, but I need to think about that and think about Wargaming's policy a little bit, especially with the Chrysler Special Edition now coming out, because that is the audacity to make something like that is all I'm going to say. The audacity, but at any rate, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. My name has been Juggernaut. I'm going to let you see the remainder of the replay. Again, the main reason for me making this video is sort of share my experience and the why and how behind me getting back into it, but also perhaps a little bit more than the former, to share these two replays with you, because I think I did awesome, and the scoreboard sort of confirms that. Yeah, there we go, though. Oh, not yet. Not yet. I have like a minute left. 2 minutes left. What can I talk about in 2 minutes? No, I'm at a loss of words a little bit. Tank models. They're pretty. They're very pretty. Aiming takes a little bit of getting used to. Flying, I'm better than that guy. But I'm not very, but not by a long shot, yeah? Here, I don't quite understand. I put shots through, like, the entirety of the crew is dead here at this point. I don't understand why I didn't get the kill. The other guy did, but at any rate, doesn't matter. We've basically won here, so there you go. Stop spazzing out and then disappeared into the ground. Yeah, you're not. I'm trying to make a case for you. You're not exactly making it easy. You know, bang. I think that one hit his tracks, but he's still going. That one hit the engine, set it on fire, knocked the engine out. Parts flying off the BT-7 everywhere. He's trying to turn his gun around. That gun turning around thing is... What's the I was going to say the rotisserie speed of the turret. No, it's the turret traverse speed. Yes, it's quite slow on the BT-5. I can just move to avoid getting shot at and burn, baby, burn. There we go. Last shot of the game. Last kill of the game. I believe I did fantastically. There you go. Here's the scoreboard as well. 5 kills, 4 assists, 1 death, for a total of 2,296 experience. Mostly done with the Tetract. And a rather comfortable victory at that as well. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joe. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video. Tell me if you want more War Thunder content on the channel. Not just rambly videos like this, but actual War Thunder content, like replays and stuff, I suppose. Yeah, I've one more here, which I did pretty damn good, actually. Yeah, it was 8 kills. Yeah, that was very good. I'm going to show you that one at another time, perhaps. Should you wish to see more of this. If not, until a different game and a different time and a different video. Have fun. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, and I will say one more thing before I end off. The crew training and stuff like that is a little bit much to get back into. It is a little bit much to have to train all your crew, especially, like, this is the Stug 3A crew. Incidentally, it's also the fucking, what? Focke-Wulf 190 or whatever, the BF 109, BF 107, whatever it is. Or the HE 112 crew at the same time. So it's a little bit cumbersome and a little bit overwhelming at first to really get back into that, but you sort of get used to it, and yeah, it's great. Besides, you have like X-ray shots of everything you do. It's like the coolest feature in a tank game I've ever seen. Yeah. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.